These are 100 quotes from the greatest footballers of all time. In football, the result is an imposter. You can do things really, really well, but not win. There's something greater than the result, more lasting, a legacy. Xavi. All good athletes make mistakes. The great ones learn to make that mistake only once. Raul Lopez. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with positivity and people who are going to challenge you to make yourself better. If you just kind of let yourself stay alone and be by yourself, the negative, it is just not going to help you. You can control two things, your work ethic and your attitude about anything. Ali Craig. Failure happens all the time. It happens every day in practice. What makes you better is how you react to it. Mia Hamm. When you win, you don't get carried away, but if you go step by step with confidence, you can go far. Diego Maradona. Life is full of regrets, but it doesn't pay to look back. Zinedine Zidane. I always want to become better. If never being satisfied is a problem, then I have it. At least it's a good problem. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. A champion is someone who does not settle for the day's practice, that day's competition, that day's performance. They are always striving to be better. They don't live in the past. Brianna Scurry. Before kids can play like a pro, they must enjoy playing the game like a kid. Steve Locker. In football, the worst blindness is only seeing the ball. Nelson Valco Rodriguez. You owe it to yourself to be the best you can be. Christian Pulisic. Play for the name on the front of the shirt, and they will remember the name on the back. Tony Adams. For sports players who want to be champions, the mind can be as important, if not more important, than any other part of the body. Gary Neville. You can overcome anything if and only if you love something enough. Lionel Messi. Embrace the opportunity, no matter what it is. Look at everything in a positive light. Julie Ertz. It's hard to beat somebody that never gives up. Megan Rapinoe. I've never scored a goal in my life without getting a pass from someone else. Abby Wambach. Take your victories, whatever they might be, cherish them, use them, but don't settle for them. Mia Hamm. Enthusiasm is everything. It must be taught and vibrating like a guitar string. Pele. On average, a player has a ball for 3 minutes in a game. It's what you do in those 87 minutes when you don't have the ball. That is what determines whether you're a good player or not. Johan Cruyff. Nobody has enough talent to live on talent alone. Even when you have talent, a life without work goes nowhere. Arsene Wenger. At the end of the game, you're going to be 6 feet away from that trophy, and that's the closest most of you will ever get to it. Don't you dare come back in here without giving it 100%. Sir Alex Ferguson. It is not the strong one that wins. The one that wins is strong. Franz Beckenbauer. Aim for the sky and you'll reach the ceiling. Aim for the ceiling and you'll stay on the floor. Bill Shankly. Saturday comes again. Welcome or not, it comes again like it always does. Welcome or not, want it or not. Another judgment day. The chance to be saved, the chance to be damned. Brian Clough. When you focus on what you can't control, you get excuses. When you focus on what you can control, you get results. Gary Kernine. Pressure is poor people in the world trying to feed their families. There is no pressure in football. Jose Mourinho. It needs time. Nobody wants to hear it, but that's the truth. If you want to have success in the future, you have to be ready to work now. Jurgen Klopp. There is nothing dishonorable in coming last, if you do so with dignity. Zidane Zidane. Effort is non-negotiable. Diego Simeone. I will forgive if the players cannot get it right, but not if they do not try hard. Pep Guardiola. Our target is to win, not to try to make all the players happy. Antonio Conte. I've always said that you can live without water for many days, but you can't live for a second without hope. Brendan Rodgers. Our confidence comes from our preparation. Ronaldinho. The best decisions aren't made with your mind, but with your instincts. Lionel Messi. Talent without working hard is nothing. Cristiano Ronaldo. I do not need a trophy to tell myself that I am the best. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Excuses are like losses. Everyone has them except champions. Alex Morgan. Nothing in life is worthwhile unless it's kind of hard to get there. Carly Lloyd. Coaches can give you information, they can give you guidelines, and they can put you in a position, but the only person who can truly make you better is you. Brandy Chastain. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Roy Keane. We all fall. The key is knowing how to rise. Hope Solo. If you're attacking, you don't get as tired as when you're chasing. Kyle Rote Jr. Behind every kick of the ball, there has to be a thought. Dennis Bergkamp. I don't see how people can tell someone that's 16 years old that they are not good enough, or they are good enough when they still have another 5 years of growing time. Who knows if that's the age their best ability is going to come out. Jamie Vardy. Being a goalkeeper is like being the guy in the military who makes the bombs. One mistake and everyone gets blown up. Artur Boruc. Anyone who sacrifices his dreams to reality is forever beaten. Thomas Muller. Everything starts with a belief, and if you don't believe, you might as well not play football. Robin van Persie. The difference between players is not always the quality, but their mentality. Carlo Ancelotti. Not a single player is as good as the sum of a team. Alfredo Di Stefano. Although some roles hold less glory, they are no less important. Becky Sawyer-Brun. Every game, every playoff, everything you do is an experience. You learn from the positive experiences, but also from the negative ones. I think this is a different and unique moment. We have to enjoy it as an opportunity to keep improving. Unai Emery. The mistake is to imagine that perfection is possible when the very idea is unthinkable. Luis Figo. When I was growing up, you didn't know that there was a women's national team. Now girls grow up dreaming of playing for Canada. Christine Sinclair. When you are tentative and wait for the game to come to you, sometimes it never gets there. Bruce Arena. Whatever happens, there are always things you could have done better. You score 2 goals and you usually feel like you could have done better. That's perfectionism. That's what makes you progress in life. Eric Cantona. It's not just what you do on the pitch, it's what you do off the pitch. Paul Ince. I used to focus more on scoring. Now I take a lot of pride and pleasure in helping someone else do well. Landon Donovan. Picking the team isn't difficult. It's who to leave out. Kevin Keegan. Like any sport, if you can clinch it sooner, clinch it sooner. It just makes the celebration that much sweeter. Casey Keller. Talent will only get you so far. You've got to be hungry. You've got to have heart. That's just reality. Tiffany Milbrett. As a professional football player, I have known perfectly well from the day I started playing that every day I have to fight for my place. Luis Figo. It is better to win 10 times 1-0 than to win once 10-0. Vahed Heldushk. I don't care how talented a team is. Unless you believe in one another, you're weak. Julie Foti. Most kids dream of scoring the perfect goal. I've always dreamed of stopping it. Iker Casillas. I go into games saying they don't know me before. I want them to know me after the game. Jermaine Jones. Most of us are in this for more than just playing soccer. We're in it for the bigger goal, to move it along for the next generation. Landon Donovan. I have to keep working hard and playing well because I don't like to be second or third. They're the worst places to be. You would be proud, of course, because it means you're on the way, but you want to finish first. Paul Pogba. People in football love to talk about mental strength. Well, I'm the strongest dude you're ever going to meet. Romelu Lukaku. Our country has been through difficult experiences in terms of unity. Sport, football in particular, has the power to help that. It is a special feeling. Gareth Southgate. The smartest thing I did is I never gave up. Even Rakitic. Everything in my life has happened very early, personally and professionally. I'm always learning. I have to. Neymar Jr. I'm going to remember to have fun this time. Life is too short for the stress and the drama. Romelu Lukaku. Take the risk or lose the chance. Eden Hazard. There is no pressure when you're making a dream come true. Neymar Jr. The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning. Pele. I learned a long time ago that there is something worse than missing the goal, and that's not pulling the trigger. Mia Hamm. The ball is round, the game lasts 90 minutes, and everything else is just a theory. Joseph Sepp Herbier. I think soccer kept me off the street. Memphis Depay. For me, practice and discipline are the magic words to become big in any sport. Especially soccer. Gabriel Baptista. The person that said winning isn't everything never won anything. Mia Hamm. A great soccer player is never content with their performance. Alex Morgan. We must always set the bar high. Otherwise, we do not make progress. Kylian Mbappe. Words can come and go. Your acts are going to speak for themselves. Javier Chicharito Hernandez. Keep dreaming. Even when people laugh at your dreams or tell you that they are impossible to achieve, keep believing in yourself. Tobin Heath. No excuses. Play like a champion. Kelly O'Hara. I was always taught as a kid, if you do something, do it right. If not, do something else. For me, soccer was life. Marcelo Balboa. I know firsthand that soccer brings people together. All it takes is a ball and a few people, and the seeds of friendship are planted. Ali Krieger. Soccer isn't brain surgery. Have fun. Michelle Akers. In soccer, the ball is your best friend, and you should never betray your best friend. Pele. Soccer is like life. It requires perseverance, self-belief, and the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Hope Solo. Soccer is a game of moments, and it's up to you to make those moments count. Abby Wambach. In soccer, the only limit is your imagination. Be bold, be creative, and leave your mark on the game. Thierry Henry. In soccer, you don't need a loud voice to lead. You lead by example with your actions on the field. Carly Lloyd. Soccer is the art of turning the impossible into the possible with a single touch of the ball. David Beckham. Success in soccer is not just about the destination. It's about the journey, the effort, and the sacrifices made along the way. Landon Donovan. Soccer is the most beautiful game in the world because it's a canvas where every player can paint their own masterpiece. George Best. In soccer, the scoreboard may lie, but the passion and dedication of the players never do. Alex Morgan. People always remember the second half. Graham Taylor. Let me know which quote you connected with the most. But if you want to learn more, check out the last interview on the channel.